Hey guys, Steve Welch here with Beaman Toyota in Nashville. Here to answer a question that a lot of people have, and it is about the proactive driving assist on the newer Toyota. So it's on several of them actually, and I'm going to show you what the icon is, what the little things that mean, all the little codes and stuff mean within the proactive driving assist, and give you a little bit about why it's there and what it does. So first off, it's part of the safety sense system. So Toyota has done safety sense for a long time now, really since really in mass quantity since about 2017. They've really had safety sense on almost all the vehicles, right? So some version of it, right? Well, safety sense gives you your lane departure alert, your dynamic radar cruise control, your pre-collision system. Now it's got road sign detection. It didn't have that before. You know, there's a lot of things that are on there in the safety sense system to help make you a better driver is really what it is, right? But part of your lane departure system usually uses like your camera there as a millimeter wave radar for dynamic radar cruise control to help, you know, slow you down if the car ahead of you is not going the speed your cruise control has you set for. So now proactive driving assist is something that is actually pretty new. So what it is it uses some of those systems and kind of puts them in a neat little package so that you can, you know, it can help, like I said, make you a better driver. So now without further ado, I'm going to get into what the proactive driving assist does. So it uses this camera that's up here, also uses the sensor down here, which is also used for your dynamic radar cruise control and your pre-collision system. So a lot of these systems use the same things in order to work, but it's going to use those types of things in order to help look around you, right, and to make you a better driver, like I said. So I'm going to hop in this Camry here, and now you should hear me just a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the vehicle, and I'm going to shut the door, right? So now what you'll notice when you actually look down here, right, so you got all these icons right here, all these up here, and you kind of see that your dynamic radar cruise control is actually this right here. There's your lane departure. This is looking for your steering assist and all that's right there. But you're going to get into this little icon that's all the way up top that shows like a bunch of little curved all the way around the vehicle, and it's actually, that is all part of the proactive driving system. Tells you that that is enabled. So I'm going to show you how to enable it, how to disable it, whatever you want to call it, and a little bit about what it does, right? So first off, in most Toyotas, you're going to find you got all your controls up here, but you're going to be over here, right? And I'm going to kind of, you know, just kind of see how you got there, press OK and hold to change your settings. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here, right, and you see where your settings are. I'm going to hit OK to select, right, and then you can see lane departure, that turns it on or off. But you're going to come down here to proactive driving assist, right, and that's PDA, and I'm going to hit this, and now you'll see sensitivity, right? So you can turn your sensitivity up, right, or down by hitting that button, right? Most people keep it in the middle. And you got SADA and OAA, and don't nobody know what none of those mean. It's just something that I've kind of found out. So so when you're setting this, so obviously the sensitivity, like I said, most people like to set it somewhere in between, right? But I'm going to kind of give you a little bit about what all these are. So the next one down, you can turn these all off, right? So if you don't want pieces of them, you just hit that OK button and you can shut it right off, right? But the SA is your steering assist, right? So now normally you'd say down here, you hit this button on or this button off, that's your steering assist, but it's now part of, if you have the proactive driving, it's part of the PDA system, right? So that's just what that is, right? So now what is DA? And a lot of people I've talked to have said, well, that's driver assist, and it's like, that makes no sense, right? And it's not driver assist. What DA means deceleration assist. So what is deceleration assist? Well, it's just what it sounds like. So if you're coming up on a car, it will help you to, you know, start to decelerate. Even though you're not in cruise control, it'll help you to decelerate as you come up on that car ahead of you to, like I said, help make you a better driver, right? So then what is OAA? And OAA is probably one of the really cool features that most people don't know what it is. And it stands for Obstacle Anticipation Assist, right? So what it does is it watches and analyzes objects for like parked cars on the side of the road. It looks for stuff like that. Looks for something that might be in the road, like say a ladder fell off a truck, and it's going to try to help you avoid that obstacle if it can by veering within your own lane, right? So it watches for stuff like that, right? And if you look, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's just really cool on these. So I kind of come down, you can see there's this too, right? So SEA, and I want to throw that little extra out there for you, right? So SEA, if you know, when you turn it off, it's a safe exit assist, right? So, and it says off, turn it back on. So safe exit assist back on. So it lets you know if you shut it off. What is safe exit assist? Well, if you were to try to open the door while somebody was walking or somebody was coming up beside you in a car, you'd get an alert and it would show like a little like that. And it would show a little arrow going on one side and tell you that there's a reason not to open your door. So it's just trying to help you to not slam your door open into somebody that might be on a bicycle or somebody walking, or God forbid a car or something like that, right? So basically, so you're just looking for all kinds of things. So when you're talking about the proactive driving assist, the safe exit assist, you're looking for just those types of things. And if you can shut off the whole proactive driving right here, so it won't do anything. You just hit that OK button and it shut it all off. But when you press and hold right there, and you're going down into the, you know, to the SA, right? Turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on. You can do all that there. I do want to mention too that your steering assist watches the road lines, the lane markers, and can watch for things like guardrails, things along those lines, and it's going to adjust your steering assistance to help keep you in your lane, right? And it's just a really sweet thing. So in the deceleration assist, it's designed to slow down the vehicle gently when it, this is from a description, slow down the vehicle gently when it senses other vehicles, motorcycles, or specific bends ahead. In certain situations, it can adjust steering or braking to help it navigate curves. So like I said, it's almost like automatic driving without being quite automatic driving, still be in control of your car. But that is proactive driving assist. What all of those things on the dash and those little icons there mean, that is all of that. I'm just really happy that I've been able to tell you this, because people ask all the time, what is it? How does it work? How does it make me safer? And you know, just what do all these little things mean, right? The other thing that people ask is, how do I shut it off? And that's, you know, there's some people that don't want any help, and I understand that too. But if it can make you a little bit safer of a driver, then hey, why not take advantage? So I'm going to get into a little bit more of the weeds when it comes to some of this stuff, just to kind of give the techie guys. So I'm going to get into a little bit more of the weeds when it comes to this stuff, just to give you a little bit more information than what the basics that I just showed you were. So the obstacle anticipation assist. So you've got two different times that'll come into play, right? So you got a detectable object is detected crossing the road. So somebody like a pedestrian or a bicycle, something like that, and it'll give you assistance with some of the brake operations is provided in order to reduce the possibility of a collision. Or you could have a detectable object is detected on the side of the road, which assistance with some brake and steering wheel operations are provided according to surrounding conditions and to help prevent the vehicle from approaching too close to the detected object. Assistance with steering wheel operations is provided within a range that the vehicle will not deviate from its current lane. So pretty much you're not going to be able to go out of your current lane. So it'll avoid it within the current lane. So that's with pedestrians, bicycles, parked vehicles, right? So let's get into what so deceleration assist, right? A preceding vehicle or adjacent vehicle cutting in front of a vehicle is detected, right? So the vehicle is gently decelerated so that vehicle to vehicle distance will not be excessively short. So that's preceding vehicles, motorcycles. Or deceleration assist is in a curve is detected ahead of the vehicle. The vehicle is greatly decelerated if the vehicle speed is determined to be too high for the curve ahead, right? And then steering assist, the lane is detected, right? And the system anticipates the driver's operation and supports the operation of the steering wheel. So those are just system operating conditions and detectable objects. So now, when does it turn on? When does it turn off, right? So guess what? Got those answers too, right? So vehicle speeds at which the system can operate, right? So detectable object crossing the road assistance, approximately 20 to 35 miles per hour. Detectable object on the side of the road, approximately 20 to 35 miles per hour. Preceding vehicle deceleration assistance, approximately 15 miles per hour or more. So if you're in stop and go, it's not helping you in there, but you have to be going over 15 miles per hour. So curb deceleration assist, over 15 miles per hour as well. Steering assist with the lane, approximately 5 to 80 miles per hour. So that's going to give you the steering assist within a lane. So you're kind of, you know, jumping off just a little bit, right? And then so now there's system operation may be canceled as well. I'm going to just put that list up there because that's a whole lot of fun stuff. I'll let you guys read that real quick and you guys can take a look at when the system can be canceled. But so that's basically it, right? Showing you the proactive driving assist system, how it comes along with the safety sense system and how they all work in concert to make you a safer driver, hopefully, and to make it to where you'll avoid some of those situations that make you have to come back and see me to replace your car. So still want to see you though, right? But Steve Welch here at Beeman Toyota in Nashville. Hopefully you guys got a lot from that. I was trying to make it very, very short for you, but hopefully you guys can like, subscribe. Appreciate you guys. You have no idea how much that means, but I sure do appreciate you guys. Steve Welch here. You guys have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.